In my opinion, Pathfinder 2 is the standard for modern D20 tactical games. There's a lot of reasons for that, but this is the biggest one. These two tables are the number one reason that Pathfinder 2 is by far the easiest system to prep for in detail, and here's why. This is your guide as the GM to how to balance combat encounters for your party. You just take the relative level of the enemy compared to your party, add their XP values together, and then you check how difficult it's going to be. For example, one level 7 enemy against a party of level 5 is going to be a moderate encounter. Same for 2 level 5 enemies, 4 level 3 enemies, or 8 level 1 enemies. The key here though is that unlike Pathfinder 1st edition or Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, they mean what they say with a balance. You're not balancing based on the deadly or severe rank of combat encounters. A moderate combat encounter is a moderate combat encounter. A trivial encounter is a feel-good stomp and you're not going to use any resources, but it's not so easy that there's no point putting it in at all. A low difficulty encounter is, yeah, a little harder, but it's generally pretty easy. You're not going to use many resources on it. If you've watched my 5-room dungeon video, you're going to use probably either a low encounter or a trivial encounter as your warm-up combat. Severe encounters are where players really need to play smart. If your barbarian is going for that third attack in a severe encounter, someone's going down, probably going to die. I like to use either a moderate or a severe encounter for the climax in a 5-room dungeon. Extreme encounters are a coin flip for a TBK. 50-50, the players die. When I do run these, which is pretty sparsely, I usually give the players an out. The encounter is run in waves, so they're not just overwhelmed all at once, or they have a powerful NPC that's on their side and can help out, or they have a siege engine that can just annihilate one enemy. Even then, there's usually a player death, or at least a chance of it. Now, my players aren't the greatest players in the world. I am, but that's irrelevant. Pathfinder 2 is really just so well balanced between its classes and its monsters, excluding things like the Lesser Death. This means that when I'm prepping, combined with the super well laid out guide for how to balance my encounters, it's super easy to come up with encounters on the fly. I don't really need to spend too much time on it in prep, and it means that combat is the quickest part of the whole shebang. Now I can concentrate on more important things, like consequences of player actions, and will there be enough snacks? This has been another episode of Jim's Advice. Hope you've enjoyed it. Obviously, this isn't the perfect system. I have a lot of gripes with 2E's balance, and I'm sure you're about to let me know in the comments. But if there is a better system for doing this specifically, preparing tactical combat quickly, please let me know. I would love to check it out. Also, hit like and subscribe, please.